In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a full-featured e-commerce chatbot in just 15 minutes that answers frequently asked questions directly from your website, allows customers to book appointments, showcases your products, and contacts your support team when needed, all without writing a single line of code, using a cool no-code builder called Chatling. I'll walk through the entire process step by step. It's ridiculously easy. Okay, let's do a quick demo. So I'm in my e-commerce website. I have this chatbot on the lower right. I select that and it's welcoming to the store. And I'm going to say, what is the refund policy? That's a frequently asked question. So it's going through my knowledge base after the crawl of this website and it's found my refund policy. That's great. Now I want to ask it to showcase my bestsellers. So it's going to give me a carousel of some of my bestsellers in terms of products, and I can go deeper. And then I can say, yeah, I want something else. I'm going to say book a consult. So it's going to go to my calendar, a 30-minute meeting, look at my availability, the times, and I'm going to use a test account, confirm. All right. And a few minutes later, I get a booking. And then I'm going to go and say, yes, I want to contact support. All right, so this is my email address. I'm gonna API key issue. All right, and that's gonna send that to my support team. Let's get started to build. I'm in the chatling.ai landing page and I can sign up for free. So I've already done that and I'm just gonna log in. So I'm in the Chatling dashboard and I can select create chatbot. This gives me an option to build and add a chatbot to my website or create a WhatsApp chatbot that I can interact with our customers. So I'll just select web and I can select from some templates that are pre-configured. So I can start from scratch. I can build a basic AI chatbot, e-commerce support, basic lead generation, and lead generation AI. So what I've done is, because this is an e-commerce support use case, I will select this. I will select this as Morgan. I'll create my chatbot. Okay, now I'm in the project view. So in the project view, there's a visual builder, there's analytics. So this analytics gives you the analytics of the different conversations with the chatbot. There's the builder, this is the visual build that we'll be using. The knowledge base is something that we'll be using as well to ingest the website contents and allow the chatbot to understand and ask frequently asked questions. And then appearance, we can customize the chatbot. And then there's a number of things that we can do. But let's just dive into the builder. So because we started with a template, we have some pre-configured workflows. All right, let's look at the visual builder canvas. So on the left, you'll have a set of blocks. So the blocks are categorized into send messages. So this send message you can drag into here and display different text message that is in the chatbot. So in this case, a greeting. Hi, how can I assist you? So that is a text box. There's an image you can insert inside that chatbot as well. So you can send a image, you can send a video. This is particularly cool because you can send a YouTube video as part of your greeting. So this is very rich functionality. You can send also an audio. So you can play an audio when a user comes into your chatbot. You can have a carousel. So we'll be using the carousel. So this is a set of images that have links that people can click or buttons you can click, and then you can have URL buttons. So very, very rich set of functionality in the send message. And then you can capture a response. So in here, you can see capturing response. So you can drag into here what you want to capture. So in this case, I want to capture text. So we drag capture text in here. And then we'll talk a little bit more about what this intent matching is. And then, so there's a number of things you can capture. So also some rich functionality. And then there's AI response. So we're using it in this node. So we're going to drag it into here so that we can get the answer from the knowledge base that we're going to scrape. All right, moving down, we have conditions. So this is variables. So it's used for if-else kind of conditions that you can say when certain things happen, then do this, something else happens, do something else. There's actions. So you can take actions like send email. We're going to be using that as part of our workflow to send email to support. But there are other actions here like create contact, get contact, set variables, HTTP requests. So this is another very interesting node that you can use to call and get other services. And then there's triggers. So these triggers, for example, intent is a trigger that we're going to use. So whenever the chatbot detects that there is intent to do something, it will call into a workflow. So we'll be using that. So we'll go through here also Google Sheets. There's integration directly with Google Sheets that you can add, update and delete and clear rows. So a nice small database integration here. And then we'll also be using this in a workflow in terms of cal.com, so you can embed a booking event in here. So there's other integrations that come out of the box, which is really cool. You have Zendesk, so you can pull and create tickets from Zendesk and get information from Zendesk as well. And then support for other tools. So very comprehensive set of palettes. So now the next set is variables. So this is where you can store information that you use from one node to another. And then to complete this, we have the AI configuration for a knowledge base, which you can attach a knowledge base content and then give the AI special instructions and also the type of models you want to use. Now that we've done an overview of this toolbox, what we're going to do is just take a walkthrough of this workflow and just show you just how easy it is to understand. So at the top is really our core workflow here. All right. So when the user starts the chatbot, it's going to get this message. So after this message, we're going to wait for the user's reply, and then we're going to capture text. So within this capture text, if you click on here, we're going to look for intents. So the idea of intents is what the user would like to do. So for example, we put a label here, book a consult, uh, showcase, showing the bestsellers and support. So if the user types, I would like to book a consult call, the workflow is going to match and say, I have a intent called book, and then it's going to execute this workflow. If it's going to go to showcase here, then if the user presses this button, we're going to have message, please show me your bestsellers. And then it's going to go into this workflow here on showcase, all right, and execute that workflow. So it's going to match based on these three. If it doesn't have any of these three, then it's just going to go into here and use the knowledge base. So this knowledge base, we're going to loop through this, and then once the question is answered, then we go back and then go through this loop. All right, so what I'm going to do is show you how these nodes are built by using the top as the example and showing you how it corresponds to in terms of the palette tools here. So I'm going to select from the send message, I'm going to do text here. All right, so this will display this text here when the chatbot is started. So, all right, when we start, we go to here, and then we get this text. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is then capture the user's question. All right, so we're going to capture after the initial send message, we're going to capture the user's response. So again, we go back to here, we're going to go capture response text. So we're going to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, open this up. We're going to save it in some sort of variable, right? So we're going to just create a variable, and we're going to say user query 2, right? I already created user query from before, but I'll just create user query 2. So this, what this will do is that whatever the user types is going to save in this variable, all right, called user query 2. Now, I'm going to add something called match intent. So I've created these intent triggers. So I'll show you how to create the intent triggers right afterwards. So I created 3 intent triggers. So the user can book, the user can see a showcase of the products, the user can contact support through email. All right. So what will happen is what this node will see what the user typed and try to match is the user wanting to book something, see a showcase, or send an email to support. All right. Now we're going to just hook this up like this. So I start, I get a welcome message. I'm going to capture the text, save it in a variable called user query 2. If any of the user query matches any of these intent, it will go into one of these intent triggers and execute the flow, and then come back. All right. So if it does not match any of these, then we're going to go to the next thing here. So this next thing is then a general AI chat. So we're going to go into here and then select in my palette AI response. So you select that, and then you tell it where is the question coming from. So we're going to say user query 2, right? So this user query 2 is coming from here. It's set from here, and it's going to then get connected to a knowledge base. So there's a knowledge base source here. All right, so where does this knowledge base come from? So we're going to go, let's save it here, and we're going to go back here, and there's a knowledge base here. So this is pretty cool. So this knowledge base, you can get it from many different sources. You can get it from a link. You can get it from just text, and then documents, FAQs, documents. You can ingest Zendesk. So this is for customer support use case. So what you can do is go into your website you want to scrape, and I'm going to add a source, and it's going to be a website URL. So when I select this, then what it will do is crawl the site automatically and then ingest all the content from that site, all the web pages, and then index it and make that available. You see here, it found all the website pages, and then what you can do is submit. So when you submit, it's going to crawl all the pages, index them, and put that in a form that the large language model can understand in a vector store, so that you can use that in your Q&A. So this is super powerful, and the cool thing about that is this document store auto syncs. So when a website changes, web page changes, it will automatically be able to keep up to date. So this is super, super cool. And then you can add multiple website pages in there, or you can add documents, you can add other things or text here. So this is a very, very powerful feature. So I've already ingested this information, so you can see all this was done, right? And then you can 35 sources, 35 processed, and none error. So that's how we get all right, so we're getting the information from this knowledge base that we just ingested from all the web pages in the website. And then the flow here is that we go back and loop, right? So after a user answers a question, it goes into here and it loops, and the user can ask further questions or go to these different intents. Okay, so now let's dive into the intents. So these intents are what is matched here. So when the user says, I want to book a consult, what we do is we can create a intent. So you can go here, intent, and then create new. So if you do new, then you can enter the name of your intent, and then some sample phrases. So let me give you an example. So the booking, I put book, and the description is book a call. And then you can give us some sample phrases so that the AI can match what you'd like it to do. So if you say, I want to book a consultation call, schedule a call, request a coaching call, all these things the AI will detect and then figure out, okay, you want to call this intent. So we do that for book, showcase, and also this live support. So this is where we send the email, right? So we do that. And then this is built like this. So we create a trigger, right? So this is a trigger node here for intent. So we drag this here, and then you can select what the intent is. So in this case, we select book, right? So that's what it's in here. And then this book event, what we do is we go into, again, the canvas here, and then there's a book event. So we do this, right? And then we configure the booking. And then I have a cal.com URL. So I add this in, right? And so this will then trigger that widget that you saw. And then if it's successful, what I'm going to do is hook this up to this confirmation node, right? So this confirmation node is there anything else I can assist you with? So this is, again, just a text and then a yes or no. And then if there is, if it's yes, then you go back to the main loop. If it's no, then you end the chat. All right. So that's how this is built. So I'll just move to the next thing. So again, the next intent is a human agent live support. This is where we send an email. So what we say here is we send a message. I can forward your message to our team and they will get back to you. So again, it's a similar type of thing where you drag a text in here and then you add in this box here and then add another text box in here, right? So to show you exactly how this is done, right? So this is how you would approach doing this, right? And then you can capture email. Again, you go here, capture, and then there's email. So you drag into here, capture an email, and then you can choose where to save it. So I created already a user email variable, so you can just create an email variable, right? And then what is your question? And then capture text, right? So again, we go here, text like this. What is your question? Right. So enter here. What is your question? And then capture text. Again, we go into here, capture text here. So you can see it's really, really easy to use. And then we then hook this up to the next node, right? So this next node will actually send the email to the support team. So how this node works is very similar to other nodes. You go here and it's an action, right? So in this action, there is a send email. So you do send email, and then you can fill in the parameters in here. So from who, and then you can give it. So so there's going to be information that you've saved from the previous node on these variables. Like in this case here, you see the contact email that was captured from here. So that's a variable that was saved. The ticket message also is something that was saved from here, the capture text, and then the email as well. That was also saved, right? So um, so that's the next intent, and then the last intent is the showcase. So this showcase, again, we do something similar. You go to intents and you create the showcase. So in this, I've created a showcase intent, right? And then I've added the different sample phrases, and then I've been able to then create a trigger. And this trigger, when it happens, I'm going to uh, put my text in here. So I'm going to, again, create this, add this. And the cool thing about this is that you have this carousel. So in this carousel, I can drag and drop into here. And inside this carousel, I can create uh, the different elements. So I can add a card. In my link here, I can pick one of the pictures I have in here, and then select that, and then add the card title, and then I can add a button to actually go to the product itself. So go to the product itself, copy this, right? And then I have this carousel. I can add more to that, and I get a robust carousel, right? So that's pretty cool. All the things I can do in this very easy to understand way. So as you build out your workflow and as you iterate through that, you can have a preview pane. So this preview will start executing your workflow, and then it'll show you exactly what will be displayed on your website. So now that you're happy with your chatbot, you can just publish it. And so this will allow you to publish all the changes into your website, and it'll have the latest. All right. Now we're going to go back to the dashboard here, and then I can show you also appearance. So there's a lot of customizations that you can have in the appearances. So for example, you can change the primary color. You can change the text color here. So if I change here, you can see that moving, right? You can change the width that it's going to appear on the desktop when you load up the website. There's a whole bunch of really cool things you can do. So you can put a bottom left, you can put a bottom right, horizontal spacing, vertical spacing. You can change the bot icon. So a whole bunch of customizations that are possible. All right, the last thing I'm going to show is now that you're happy with the style of it, you're happy with the functionality of it, what we're going to do is to embed that into our website. So you can select floating chat, or you can have an inline or full screen. So typically we do floating chat. So we do this, and then we're going to copy this code, and we're going to go to our Shopify site, and then we're going to embed that into our Shopify site. All right, so I'm in my online store. I go to the online store, themes. I'm going to edit code in here. And then in the theme liquid, I'll just go to any part of the head tag here, and then I'll paste in the code that was generated by Chatling. So once you paste that code, you're going to have this bubble enabled, and the chatbot is now on your website. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks, and see you next time.